Hello everyone and welcome back. This is part 4 of our 11-part video series on owning a used Mercedes Benz product out of warranty. If you haven't checked out the first 3 videos, please do so. It'll help get you up to speed on exactly what I'm trying to do. This particular video is one that I've kind of been looking forward to because it's time for me to tell you about things I do like about this car. We kind of had the bad stuff. We got it out of the way with the last video, and now I'd like to tell you a few of the good things that I like about this car. And, you know, I haven't rehearsed this or I haven't written it down or anything. We're just going to kind of go off the top of my head. If you own one of these cars and you're watching this video and you're thinking, hey, you forgot about this or this, leave me a comment, let me know, and we'll talk about it, because I'm sure I'll forget about things. But we're going to touch on some stuff that I know in particular are right at the forefront of things that I enjoy about this vehicle. And the first thing is the chassis. We're just going to start out with that. The chassis is so confident and so effortless. It's so quiet, so comfortable. It's really hard to describe what it's like to drive one of these cars. You just need to. It's unlike anything I've ever owned before. I've owned a lot of vehicles. I've never owned an E-Class. I've never owned any Mercedes Benz product prior to this one. So it is new to me, and it is a very, very nice chassis. Very solid, very quiet. The engine that kind of goes along with that. Now granted, you can look at an E-Class and you can get a diesel, you can get a V6 model. You don't have to get a 5.5 liter V8 if you're going to get an E-Class. But that's what this one is, so that's what I'm going to talk about, and I love the engine. It's very refined, it's very quiet, it's very undertoned, it's not raspy, it's not in your face. It's very, very silky smooth in its power delivery, but it is effortless. Just a little bit of a hint of V8 exhaust note when you accelerate. But other than that, it just goes about its business very quietly and very effortlessly, as you'll see here. So you can see it's just really quiet and effortless. It doesn't draw a lot of attention to itself. There's not a whole lot of hoopla or fanfare. It just pushes the car forward efficiently. It's not a hot rod. I think, if I recall, Car and Driver had it right at 5 seconds, 0 to 60, which is plenty. I mean, it's a 4-door luxury sedan that weighs 4,300 pounds. I think it accelerates adequately, personally. So engine, transmission, chassis, I'm very pleased with all 3 of those things. The next thing we're going to talk about, the little things. And instead of just giving you an in-depth description of all the little things that I'm talking about, I'll kind of run through them so this video doesn't end up a half hour long. I could talk about this car for hours when I'm talking about things that I enjoy, because I really do like the car. But the little things, I'm referring to things like the hold mode. I'm gonna roll forward. We're going to come to a stop, give the brake pedal a little bump. You'll see that hold displays in the speedometer, and you don't have to touch the brake pedal any longer until you're ready to go. And then you touch the throttle and it automatically releases. The ambient lighting. And here's the soft orange glow from the ambient lighting. I thought it was a nice touch for both front and rear passengers. You can see it's just a warm glow. It's just, and it's enjoyable. The rear occupants have it, the front occupants have it. It's just a nice mood setting feature that, I mean, it's not so bright that it's intrusive, but there's enough there to where it gives you a glow of light and you can see what you're doing or whatever. I think that's a really nice touch. The headlamps. These are the active high beam headlamps. They also turn with the steering. But I've never touched the high beam switch other than shortly after I bought it to set it in adaptive high beam mode. And like clockwork, whenever there is no oncoming traffic, it's not sudden. The headlights will glow brighter and you'll see that your high beam headlamp display is on inside your gauge cluster. And whenever a car is coming off in the distance, you'll see those lights dim and the active high beam headlamps go back to low beams. You just don't have to mess with it.
You'll notice how well lit the highway is ahead of me, and when I turn the wheel back and forth, while the driving lights stay put, the headlights follow the intended path.
So that's a really nice feature because, you know, occasionally you can have your high beams on and you have oncoming traffic. You don't even realize they're still on, but, you know, you're blinding everybody. So you don't forget in this. It does everything for you. And that kind of leads me to the automatic rain sensing wipers too. I've never had to turn the wipers on. Literally those two things, I don't even have to think about it. The car just does them for me. The high beams and the windshield wipers, as needed, they will function, and whenever they're not needed, they're off. The next thing I wanted to talk about, and this is a big one because I absolutely love the seats in this car, especially this driver's seat. This is the active side bolsters, the multi-contour driver's seat, massaging feature, heated and ventilated. The massaging feature is super nice, especially after a long day at work. You know, your drive home's a little bit more enjoyable. Get a little back massage, you know, a little cool air blowing on you, a hot summer day. But also the active side bolsters. So whenever you turn right or left semi-aggressively, you don't even realize that you're doing it, but your back muscles are fighting to keep yourself upright. Well, the active side bolsters kind of take the back muscles out of the equation, because instead, whenever you turn right, the left side bolster will push on you to keep you in place, and vice versa whenever you're turning left. It's really cool, and there are actually two settings. So there's a more aggressive setting and a less aggressive setting, and I usually go on the less aggressive setting, but it's very, very nice. In addition, you can adjust those side bolsters to squeeze your body or to release, depending on how you like it set. So I love the fit and finish in here. It's very comfortable. It's very pleasing to look at. It's ergonomically, it's very comfortable. Everything about this car, the air conditioning system, it works so well. It's amazing how quickly it cools the cabin down. Very, very quickly on a hot summer day. Everything about this car is designed to pamper the driver and passengers, front and rear. I mean, it's comfortable for everybody. So that's kind of what I was after when I was looking for a car, and that's what won me over. You know, the solid, safe feeling chassis, you know, the smooth engine, the suspension is fantastic. That aromatic suspension is wonderful. But just how well the driver is treated when they drive this car, that's what won me over. So if you haven't driven one, give it a shot. See what you think of it. Personally, I absolutely love it. There's a lot to love about this car. No regrets so far. No problems to date. Routine maintenance that we've talked about before. Other than that, I'm still loving it and looking forward to doing video number 5. For now, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my back massage. You enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.